back again with another Exceed unboxing and look through. This is the Enchantress from Shovel Knight. I have the Plague box, which comes with basically 4 of the villains of Shovel Knight. You have Polar Knight, Plague Knight, King Knight, and you have Treasure Knight. So there's 4 different ones in that box, and that was really cool, but I wanted more characters. I wish I could find the Shovel Knight box for a decent price, but it is like $130 online when the box is retailed for, I think, 30 or 40. So it is crazy out of print and hard to get, and I'm surprised I got the Plague box, but really glad I did. And really glad I have this Enchantress now too. So let's read what her text says on the back. Fools who resist the Enchantress must be made to pay. Unleash malevolent magic, precisely casting your spells to annihilate any foes who stand in your path. So she is very high on RNG and power, and then sort of middling on speed and tech, like baseline, and then no defense, or very little. Let's see what she has in her deck. Oh, here's some errata. I don't have the... I wish I had the Hope box. It looks like awesome. I would love to have Shovel Knight. And it has a Shovel and Shield Knight, technically. Tinker Knight, Propeller Knight, and Mole Knight. I would love to have those ones, but I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. So there's the rules card again. And then we have the Enchantress. Look how cool she looks. Like, damn, they chose awesome colors. It's amazing. Ooh, she has an Exceed cost of 4. That is huge. Okay, let's see. Do not draw a card at the end of your turn. Discard as normal if above 7 cards. At the end of your turn or during cleanup, if your hand is empty, draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. Oh, she's different. And then we have her Exceed form. When you Exceed, shuffle your hand and discard pile into your deck. Instead of drawing a card at the end of your turn, you may draw until you have 7 cards, then discard down to 7. You'll always have 7 cards at the end of your turn. And this one is just in cleanup, if your hand is empty, draw until you have 6 cards in hand, or at the end of your turn. Interesting. That is really powerful, crazy powerful to just draw 7 until you have 7 in your hand at the end of the turn. Wow, okay. So here is one side of her list, and then here's the other one with just her super attacks, or special attacks. All right, we have the reference card, always handy. Ooh, look at the back on that one. I forgot to look at the backs on the other ones, but look at that back. Oh, the little like gargoyles here, the like bleeding X, that's so cool. Okay, so we've got Spike here, 2 to 3 range, 5 power, 3 speed, and 4 guard, with ignore armor and ignore guard. Always nice. And then the boost effect, defend, +1 armor, and +3 guard. I do have to say the text down here is really small. I think they could have made the text for the boost effects a little bit bigger for the Shovel Knight cards. But it's not the worst thing. Alright, we've got Dive here. We have 1 range, 5 power, and 4 speed. And then before advance 3, if you move past the opponent, their attacks do not hit you. And then the boost effect, tech, choose and discard a continuous boost from play. Alright, we have Grasp here, 1 range, 3 power, 7 speed. And then on hit, push or pull 1 or 2. And the boost effect, Fierce, gives you +2 power. We have Focus, 1 to 2 range, 4 power, 1 speed, 2 armor, and 5 guard. Opponents cannot move you, and then after you draw a card. And then the boost effect, Reading, name a normal attack, then strike. The opponent must strike with that card or reveal a hand without any. We have Assault here, 1 range, 4 power, 5 speed. Before, close 2, and then on hit, gain advantage. And then the boost effect, Backstep, lets you retreat up to 4. We have Block here, 0 range, 0 power, 0 speed, 2 armor, 3 guard. Then when you're hit, after hit effects, spend any amount of force for +2 armor per force spent. Then after, add this card to your gauge at the end of the strike. Then we have Parry for the boost effect. Name a card, the opponent must discard a copy of that card or reveal a hand without any. We have here Cross, 1 to 2 range, 3 power, and 6 speed. After, retreat 3, and then the boost effect, Run, lets you advance up to 3. We have Sweep, 1 to 3 range, 6 power, 2 speed, and 6 guard. On hit, the opponent must discard a card at random. Oh, I do love doing that. Then the boost effect light gives you +2 speed. Alright, here we go. We're getting into the Enchantress's actual cards. Alright, this is a 1 force attack, magic shot, 2 to 5 range, 2 power, and 5 speed. And then on hit, add the top card of your discard pile to your gauge. Oh, yes, look at that. So cool looking. Beautiful colors. Alright, the boost effect Rebirth. Put any number of cards from your hand on the bottom of your deck in any order, then draw that many cards +1. Ooh, I always love those kind of effects. To recycle your whole hand if you want. Alright, we have another 1 force attack, Spiral Orb. 1 to 3 range, 4 power, 1 speed, 2 armor, and 4 guard. Some healthy stats there. Great range, solid power. Kind of the worst speed, but 2 armor and 4 guard is going to help. So on hit, draw or discard up to 2 cards, and then after you may draw or discard a card. And then the boost effect Destructive Force. On hit, the opponent may discard up to 2 cards. If they do not discard 2 cards this way, +3 power. That is really cool. Could see myself definitely using that. Alright, we have here Flying Charge, 1 range, 4 power, 4 speed, and 4 guard. And then before, spend up to 3 force. For each force spent, close 1. So you can get way up close pretty quick. And then after, advance X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. That's really cool to just visualize. You can like really swoop in and then advance like all the way to the edge of the arena basically. That would be interesting. Alright, and then for the boost effect we have Mind Control. Spend up to 3 force. The opponent must reveal that many cards from their hand. Choose one of the revealed cards and discard it. Interesting. That could be very, very interesting to utilize. Alright, we have Fire Wave, a 1 force attack. 3 to 6 range, 4 power, 4 speed. Dang, huge range. And then 4 guard. If you have 2 or fewer cards in your hand, +2 armor. Ooh, that would be awesome. So it's just all about cycling your cards. And then after, push 2. And then the boost effect, Will Made Real. Draw or discard up to 2 cards, then strike. Ooh, I always love that too, being able to take actions and then strike right after. Alright, we have here Homing Orb. X range, 3 power, and 6 speed. And then X is the number of cards in your hand, up to a maximum of 7. And then on hit, push or pull 1. So the boost effect Ground Break. Your opponent may advance or retreat up to 2. If they move fewer than 2 spaces with this effect, do 5 non-lethal damage. Ooh, we have one of the ultra attacks here, Rapid Beam. That looks so cool. This is a 3 gauge attack. That's huge. With 5 to 8 range. Wow, you gotta be far away. I guess some of these attacks will help you do that. 4 power, 4 speed. And then on hit, +1 power for each card in your hand to a maximum of +7. 11 damage in a single attack if you have a full hand. Wild. And then her boost ability on this one, Dark Strafe. 2. It's going to be forced to use this, and move to any space, then draw or discard up to 3 cards. Yeah, she's all about manipulating that hand of hers. Oh, this one looks really cool. It's 3 gauge attack, Shattering Scream. Range, 6 power, 4 speed, and 6 guard. And then before, +0 to 1 range for each card in your hand. Then huge hand means you're almost all the way across the arena, basically. So there is a boost on this one, Critical Attack for 2 force. On hit, the opponent must draw or discard cards until they have the same number in hand as you. +1 power per card drawn, not discarded this way. Alright, that is the Enchantress, and she seems like she's going to be a lot of fun to play with. So I'm excited about that. She looks really cool. So that is the Enchantress. Some really great stuff in there. And thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.